Hi.
Hi.
Hey, King, congratulations. You won the border die yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yes, it was my first time winning anything.
Yeah. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Hi, Lisa.
Hi,
I'm okay.
Kimmer. Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's good. So we have people slowly joining us. So did you get my message? I mean the email?
Yes.
Email, yep.
So today we are going to I'm going to share. We're going to working on this project. It's the kind of like a. I don't know. Can you see this well? Kind of like a turning. Ooh, this way, jellyfish. And I'm going to share with you. I'm going to actually show you the preparation for the coming project for the videos. So what are you guys going to do?
I'm working on Garden of Life.
Garden of the Life. Oh, that's the one I am using for the coming video. I have a tree. I'm going to share with you soon. I'm going to show you what we're going to do for the coming YouTube video. Hi, Mary. Hi, Susan.
Hi.
How are you guys doing?
Good here. Great.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Hot and rainy in Florida.
Awesome. Good. I'm missing Florida rain. It come fast, go fast, and it's heavy.
Well, you do need to come back to Florida because I saw you, Lisa, and I didn't know you then.
No.
No, yeah, I walked right up to your booth, but I don't know. I was an idiot.
Oh, we will be back in Florida for sure. Are you going to Stanfest this weekend?
No, not this year, no.
No?
I have a close family friend who's down in Florida visiting, and she has just found out 6 months ago that she has pancreatic cancer.
Oh.
And so we're just hanging close with her right now and spending some good time.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah, we are too. It's really awful. It's an awful diagnosis, you know.
Well, yeah, that's life, right? You never know.
It is. It is exactly life.
Yeah. So how are you guys doing during the pandemic?
Knock on wood, everyone has been healthy here, and my children are all over the place, Massachusetts, and they've all been well. My son is a fireman, and he stayed well the whole time. So I'm
that's good. Honestly, healthy is the most important things. Without the health, you know, my sister-in-law, she just has been admitted to the hospital. He got a COVID. Yeah. But I think she's going to be fine. She's still young, so she just have a little bit lung infection. So yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Now is this the sister-in-law or a different sister-in-law?
This is the one of them, but I wish her well. I don't want she die. I wish her well.
You need to send her a nice card.
Oh, well, I still don't want her. I don't want to send her card. You know, the one that is actually not the trouble one. The trouble one is very healthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So Susan, where are you?
Seattle.
Seattle? Okay. So how's the weather in Seattle?
Today is very good. We're up on 70.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's a good day to be outside, but I'm inside right now.
That's good. Yeah. So Kimmer, where are you?
I'm Rotunda, West Florida.
You're in Florida. Okay. Oh, you know what? The only place I really, really want to go is Florida. We just love there. That's the only place my husband willing to go all the time. Yeah. Nice.
I think we know why, Lisa.
Yeah. I love Mickey Mouse. Yeah. Do you You know, for both of you who are living in Florida, do you go to Disney often?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We love it. We love it. Yeah. I'll show you how much I love it in just a second. Can you see me, by the way?
Yeah. When you
Okay.
talk, you will
Okay,
pop
good.
out to the screen. Yes.
Okay, so let me just show you something very quickly and you'll see how much I love Disney. Oh, wait, there's more.
Oh my God.
I have a whole wall of them.
I always want to get one of those ears.
Ah.
Yeah, so cute.
Well, we love the wine festival and so the food and wine. So I bought the sunflowers especially for that.
That's good. Have you gone back to visit the park? Yet?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not
When is
yet.
it ready for everybody to travel, you think?
A lot of people have gone back. My son and daughter-in-law are bringing the kids down next month. So a lot of people are ready to travel. If I do, I just have like not a good immune system. So I'm kind of holding back.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I am ready. I'm ready as soon as when the border open, I'll be there.
She's out.
Yeah, unfortunately, the border is still closed. Otherwise, I was scheduled to go to the STEM Fest next week.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I'm
actually
sorry.
STEM Fest is not next week. It's actually the end of June.
But you were going next week because you were going to Disney.
I can't go. The border is still closed. You know what happened? Because the border is still closed, right? If we are out, and then doesn't matter by land, like from the land or airplane, when we come back, we have to stay 3 days at the hotel. And then each day is at least $500, like $400 the US. Yeah.
Quarantine?
Yeah, quarantine for 3 days. And then if 3 days your test come back negative, you have to go home to do the other 14 days quarantine. Yeah.
Oh my word.
But that 3 days is $400 US a day, and it's not include the food. Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
yeah, and if you test positive, you have to go to special place to isolate for the other 14 days. That's going to cost a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so well.
It'll be back soon. We'll be okay.
Yeah, I hope so. Did you guys get a chance to watch the last video I just uploaded this morning about my studio?
Yes.
Yeah, and the King's craft room is big and huge, right?
It is big, and it could be bigger if I cleaned out everything around. But once it gets past a certain size, it's not very practical because you kind of want everything right around you so you can just swivel and do it. And, except for the things that you don't use a whole lot. So I have one tool chest right beside me. I have some little drawers. I have a couple tables, but then all the rest of my stuff is over there. Like my printers and stuff like that. So after a while, the space it doesn't make sense to have it, except for when you have a whole bunch of stuff that you need to organize. You can make it, get it all in a pile and then sort it out.
Yeah, I have a big table. My table is probably 4 by 10, but it's all the stuff. I only use the center part. And then
I noticed that.
Yeah, it's always cloudy, like I always can't find nothing. I am messy crafter. Okay.
Is anybody talking?
Last hour cleaning up my area.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, what are we gonna do today? Today, the first one. So we are just doing like a hi, Margaret. So we're gonna just chatting, and then I am going to do a preparation for my coming videos. So this is what I'm going to do. Is I create a prototype. It's going to be 3 sliding cards, And by using this Garden of the Life, so the Land and Sea, and then Garden of the Life. And then, so I'm going to do some coloring, and I'm going to share with you how I color my, I just figured out how I can zoom in. Look how close I can zoom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I am going to just get very close to show you, because when I do the video, you probably cannot really see how I blending the color. So that's what we're gonna do today. And I already use this set, Garden of the Light, to create a lot of different kind of card project. And then you can find all these card project from the online video library. I'm sure you probably saw all of them. Okay, this is the one, is a triple folding card. This, and then this, and then this. Okay, so I am going to just do the preparation, and then here are the 3 prototype I just create. So one more. And then if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so this is the first prototype I create. And then it's going to be slide car. So there's a hummingbird go in and out. Is that cute?
That is cute.
Yeah, so that's the first one. And then this is the other seashell one. So that seashell is moving. Okay, that's the second one. Okay, and then the other one is the love story one. I have my, let me add these people in. So this is the one, see my gecko is bringing a ladybug for his girlfriend.
That is cute.
Yeah. So what are we going to, let me see. Everybody, hi, we have more people join us. Hi, everybody. How are you? Good to see you guys. Okay, so, and it's Christina. Christina is online. Christina also the winner. You know, yesterday, all 3 winners was on our live chat yesterday. Was on my Zoom meeting. And
Hi,
then,
Lisa.
hi, and thank you for join me. Wow, look, who is that? This is Marianne, your craft room. Let me send Marianne. You are
with a lot of your stuff in it.
Look, you guys are serious crafter. There's one more. Who was that? Her back is all the punch. Who is that? Let me see. You, Christina.
Oh.
Christina. Look at her punch in the back.
What does she have on her ceiling?
Okay, Christina, say something so we can see you.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
It's beautiful.
Okay, Christina, say something again. We want to see your back.
Hello. Okay. What are you trying to see?
So did you see all the punches?
The punches.
Wow. That's awesome. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do today. So first, I'm gonna show this card. We're going to we're just going to work on our own project, and then we can chatting. We have if you have any question, you can ask me. So after I finish this project, I am going to just prepare those 3 project that's coming next week. So I'm going to just do the coloring and then blending. So those 3 are my prototype. And then when I do the coloring, I'm going to just share with you how I do my coloring. And then if you have any question, feel free to ask. So every time when you talk, your screen will pop out. I mean, you will pop out to the center part, like a center. Okay, so shall we start?
Go for it.
Okay, so let's start it. So everybody are at their happy place, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a start. So I am going to working on that. So Joan, what are you going to work today?
I have two things. I have your famous rice lake. I
Rice lake?
didn't have success when I tried to put the coloring in with your wonderful mushrooms.
Okay,
And then in case that didn't work, I have your cardinals, your Christmas cardinal.
okay. So
To,
we oh okay. So we are going to do a little bit blending with the magic mushroom. Okay, so that's the first one. So Mary is going to work with the Garden of the Life, right? Okay, so Mary, are you working on the Garden of the Life?
Right now, I'm working on trying to just finish this that I don't know if you can see
Okay,
it.
yes, the coral leaf sling line background. Okay.
I'm just finishing that.
Okay. So Marianne, what are you going to work today?
I'm working on the Don't Crane Your Neck. I've already colored in all my beautiful cranes.
Good.
And
That's
my
nice.
next project is the clouds. I have the pigment, but my question was, I understand die cut. I just don't understand the outline piece that comes with that, what the purpose is. I understand obviously this, but if you could talk about that, please.
Okay, we're going to talk about that. How about you, Christina? What are you planning to do today?
I got the stamp set that you said, the butterfly kisses.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play along with you with the butterfly kisses stamp set. And then I also have magic mushrooms out because I want to try to blend with those.
Okay.
And I have a bunch of other stuff too, but I'll start with that.
Yeah, so just working on your stuff, and then we will chat while we are creating, and then I will do some blending with the mushroom, and we'll explain what's that double dye for. So Kimmer, what are you working?
I'm attempting to do a spinner card with the butterfly kisses.
Okay, good. And then you probably know the butterfly kisses in the June 13. I have a 25 project. So, but you guys can play a little bit for now, but there is a lot of more. Margaret, are you eating ice cream? No, okay.
No, I'm eating my oatmeal
Okay,
for dinner.
Ice cream. Okay. So, and remember, we have a 25 different kind of project are going to be created by that butterfly kisses, but you guys just have fun. So Susan, what are you going to work today?
I'm like Christina, working on butterfly kisses, doing some mushroom blending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, Odell, Joan, did we?
Yep. And I
Okay.
can switch. I have, like all of us, I have all of your stuff. Every place I look.
Well, feel free to working on your own, like, you don't really have to use a local King's product. You guys are so sweet. So you can use anything you like. And remember, we are just, learning some new stamping technique, share some good idea with each other. So that's what we're doing. So Odell, welcome. What are you going to work on today?
I just prepared all different background.
Okay.
And I was waiting my mushrooms to be ready. So I just do those blending on all those background that I have because I never been successful with that. So.
Okay, so we definitely going to work something on the magic mushroom, and I have a Joan and Mary online too. They are not they are not on the camera, but that's okay. If you don't feel comfortable show your face, that's totally fine. So that's it started, and you can start working on your project, and I am going to start it too. So that's start with I am going to use my circle die. And I already prepared something here. Okay, and then we are going to talk about that. Okay, so I like to ask everybody, what is the number one tool that you will use all the time? That's include the impact or like any stamping tool. What you got to use, like you use it for every cards you create. What is your favorite?
Paper cutter.
Yeah, paper
Oh,
cutter.
yes, paper cutter.
Yeah.
So paper cutter is definitely we would use it, and of course the glue, right?
Yeah.
So do you like to use the double-sided tape, or you prefer to use a liquid glue, or do you prefer to use a glue runners?
Depends on what we're using it for. Like if it's like printed paper, I like the tape runner, like what you use, so it doesn't wrinkle.
Okay.
And I like the glue dots.
The glue dot.
Mhm.
Have you guys watched this video, the kids sticker maker?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought that was funny.
Joan, you got it. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yes. I get my
Very
fingers
clever.
very sticky.
Yeah, it does work well, right? And then
Yes.
you can use those artists glue tack as a refill. Yeah, so I like a liquid glue too. Okay, so
Yeah,
when we're
yeah.
working on the A2 size, what is my favorite tool? Let me see, what do I use all the time? I know my favorite impact now is this. Is this a VersaFine Claire? Claire?
Claire.
Yeah,
Claire.
yeah, Claire. This is my favorite impact. I like it better than the VersaFine, the regular VersaFine. So I
Where
just,
did you get it? Did you get it online?
I order online and I pay $70 for shipping.
What?
$80 for shipping?
Wow.
Yeah.
I got it on Amazon Prime, so I didn't have shipping.
I know, but how much for that? $11.99?
I don't think it was that much. I forgot. I buy too much.
That's what you use as the Versa mark?
Yeah, but I order because I have a wholesale account with them. I have to order like every single colors, and then that's why my shipping is $70. They are just based in the Washington. Yeah, but now the dollar is Canadian dollar is a little bit up. Okay, so I have my cardstock here ready, and then in one of my video, look at those bubbles. Isn't that look like a real bubbles? Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna working on that. So you feel free to do your stuff, and then we can chat if you have any question. Just shoot. So I am going to just cut my light color. Let's just switch my camera first. Okay.
Lisa, I have a question.
Yep. Shoot.
What's the best cardstock to use for your markers when we're coloring our stamps and using your markers?
For the markers, I don't really use a regular cardstock because
glossy, yeah.
They don't really ink well. I use a dog glossy, or the matte cardstock from Marcos and from Paper Cuts. So I used to use a Crumco cardstock, but the Crumco they sold the company to somebody else, and then they changed the formula for the glossy the Crumco cardstock, so they don't really work well anymore. That's very sad. So if you have a old Crumco, like over 5 years old, those Crumco, they are the best glossy paper. But we're going to do some coloring today too. So this is a Paper Cuts Dog Glossy. It's not super shiny. I'm going to show you what's the real Crumco look like. I have it here.
What's the brand of that Dog Glossy?
You can find it from the Marcos Marco's website and just type in local king, and then the paper that I use, they will pop out. Or you can check paper cut. I don't know how much they charge for the shipping.
Milka white glossy cover cardstock works well too, and I got that on Amazon.
Okay, so
Could you say that again? Could she repeat what she said that she got on Amazon?
Yes, King.
Hamilco.
Kim.
So Hamilco.
How do you
White.
spell that?
HAMILCO. White glossy card.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what because I had to, I tried the stuff that I got from Lisa and it worked so well. I tried this too.
That's awesome. See, we are sharing the information with the people, with each other. So these, you can see, is super shining, right? This is the chronicle paper. This is a dull glossy. And I did a paper review, so the video number 83. I tried the Costco's Kirkland. Kirkland, you can use markers. It works okay, but the Kirkland paper, you cannot really blending it. The glossy paper, you cannot really blending it. You can just tapping it. So just make sure you watch that 83, the paper review. That will give you more information. If you want to use the markers on the rubber stamp. So the best paper is so far is Marco's Dull Glossy or the paper cut matte coat cardstock. So those they have some kind of special coating. It just makes the image so sharp and bright. If you use a regular cardstock, you really have to give it a try. But if you have a stamp positioner, you stamp 2 times. You can get a good image too, but you just have to do 2 times.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So everybody mark down that paper Ken was mentioning. So check on Amazon, maybe it will work very well. So I know at the Staples, they have some kind of expensive Cano glossy photo paper. They are like a 20 sheets for $20. They are pretty much like a Chronicle, but they are too pricey. So unless you are making to a special friend, you can use that. So I see Sharon and Frank online. Hey guys, Frank. Hi, Frank. I can see you, Frank. Frank and Sharon Frank is a stamper too. Hi, Frank. How are you, Sharon?
We made it. We're a little late.
That's okay. We just started. So we just prepared some project and we're going to working on the project and I can answer some questions. So I'm showing this card first. And then I'm going to doing a preparation for my coming videos. Okay. Yeah. So are you two planning to work on something?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. So how are you guys doing? You guys are in Port Oregon, right?
Yeah, we're just outside of Portland. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'd like to get ready and just sit down, just have fun with us. And then we just, if you have any questions, just ask us and we will just share some good information about where we can find a good cardstock for markers. And I'm going to doing some blending and coloring. So you guys get ready. I'll talk to you in a second. Okay, so I have my basic card here already. So that's the A2 size cardstock, and I have the other one. And those cardstock I just recently found from Michael's. They are the recollection, and they are 110 pounds. Have you guys get some of these cardstock? It's really good quality. It's nice and thick, and they can blend in well. So I have a 2 die cut, and one is a little bit bigger, one is a little bit smaller. So for the front one, I am going to do the bigger one. So I'm going to just die cut it. And everybody just working on your project and have fun. Okay, so I'm going to die cut first. Okay, so there you go. And okay, and then I am going to just, does everybody have at least the ATG glue runner?
Yep.
Yep.
Like it? Huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Except when you have to put the tape in.
It's good if they work. Okay, so I already mount my front, right? And then now that's how I can get it perfectly lined up. So now I put the small one, okay, and then tape it. So that's how I do the like perfect layering. Okay, let's do that. Okay, and then we're gonna just run through the machine, die cut again.
Too much. The paper too small.
Okay. Okay, so see, that's how I get the perfect line out, right? And then I have a piece of acetate, and for the acetate, we are going to use the stays on white. Okay, so I'm going to do the stays on white. Find mine. I'm going to do the stays on white. Okay, we're going to use the stays on white, and then we are going to just, let me actually stamp few of this, my jellyfish first. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's it. Okay, so here is my jellyfish on the acetate. And then this stays on white. It's actually dry pretty fast. It's pretty impressed. And then if you made a boo-boo, has everybody tried to use the glue gun to clean your stays on? It actually worked perfect because I am kind of run out the stays on cleaner. And then I was thinking, if the glue gun can clean the permanent impact, why can't they clean the permanent markers? So of course they can clean the permanent impact, right?
Turn it down so we can
Lisa,
see.
I have a question for you on using Goo Gone.
Yeah, what's the question?
So because it's got some chemicals in it, is it truly, it will be okay on the rubber stamps? I mean, obviously you don't want to soak it in it, but I do have a question because it does have some kind of harsh chemicals.
I don't have a problem to, I don't know about the clear stamp, but the rubber, the rubber stamp is actually very strong. I don't really think you can damage the rubber stamp because I actually found out after I used a glue gun to clean my stamp image, I actually feel the stamp is kind of conditioned. You know, it kind of oil, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, it actually kind of give a little bit condition, and then I don't find out any different. But the only one thing you got to be careful is a glue gun. They remove the glue, right? You don't want to overspray because if you use too much glue gun, it maybe remove the glue. But so far, I don't have the problem. So if you don't feel comfortable with it, you still use the glue. I mean the permanent impact cleaner, like a stays on. But I found out the glue gun is actually work better than the stays on.
Okay, I just wanted to just check on that. I don't know how sturdy red rubber is, but I just want to make sure.
The red rubber is actually, I think, is hard to be damaged unless they are the plastic, because a lot of rubber stamp, they say it's a rubber stamp, but they are plastic. The plastic, their life is short. They crack, they become hard after, you know, a while. So I think it should be fine to work with that. So what do you use? Everybody, what do you use for clean your permanent stamp?
I'm
I would
still
just
working
say-
on my old stays on.
Stays on,
I-
okay.
I've got to use
I
it up
have stays
first.
on too.
Yeah, so most likely everybody uses stays on. I have these ultra clean, but it's just the bottles. But they come like a blue color. This is a very good cleaner. They can clean well, but I am just run out. Yeah, so if you need to buy some permanent ink cleaner, this ultra cleaner is one of the good cleaner. I like it.
About time.
So Sharon and Frank, what are you two doing?
I'm doing this. Jumanji?
Jumanji?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
So
I'm
are you
working on
two?
bracelet.
Because Frank is the guy, and
Yeah.
do you usually working on your own project, or you working on the together on the same project? Frank and
We
Sharon.
never work together. We're usually doing our own cards.
You do? You
Yeah.
you working on your own cards, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, I have a question for everybody. Does your other half support, if you have one, do they support your hobby?
My husband has no choice.
Okay, Marian say yes. Christina?
Yes,
Yes, good.
yes,
Lucky you.
yes, he does.
Okay, Odell?
Oh yeah.
Good. And let me see who else on that.
Mine literally.
Oh,
And
Mary,
he just
literally?
gives me anything I want. He is wonderful.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the
about-
truth.
That's good because you know, I used to travel to the show and the show floor, because I was one of them. When I go shop, I have to hide. Otherwise, I think my husband going to have a heart attack. So Sharon is smart. You make a friend join you. So
Right. Well,
yeah.
it's dangerous when you both have the same hobby though, because it's easy to get carried away.
Yeah, Frank is carried away more than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, actually that's right, because I do have some guys, customer, they are actually serious shopper if they like something. Yeah. How about you, Margaret? And is your other half support your hobby?
I am single.
Oh, good for you. So you don't have to worry about that. And Susan?
Single.
Good. You don't have to worry about that. How about Kim?
I'm married, but my husband does more encouraging
Uh-huh.
to me to if I want something to buy it, as opposed to I'm the cheap person. So he's like, if you really want it, get it.
That's good. Lucky you. Yeah, so after I started this business and my husband was helping me, right? And then he was kind of shocked in the beginning. He said, those stamping ladies, they are crazy. Were you like one of them when you go to the craft show? That's how you shop? And is that like you hide all the receipts? I said, oh, too late. And then now sometimes when I do the shopping, he doesn't even ask how much anymore. I say, do you really want to know?
Yeah, he won't.
Okay, so here is another great tip for you guys. I have my little circle die cut here, right? And then I am going to cut through the acetate. When you cut through the acetate I use is actually pretty thick. So usually we're going to have a hard time to cut through the acetate. So what you're going to do is you are going to just put a piece of regular scrap paper. If you see your scrap paper is cut, that means your acetate is cut. If your scrap paper is not cut, you got to have to go bring back to the machine and cut a few times. So that's
So, should I cut this now?
Yeah.
okay. See, now my scrap paper is cut, and then I have no problem to remove my acetate. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and I have this one here, and I have my jellyfish here. I'm going to working on the magic mushroom, and we are going to do a little bit blending. So, are everybody's magic mushroom is dirty like mine, or yours is still clean?
Nope.
Or your magic mushroom is still like this, nice and clean and never use it?
No.
Christina is smiling. Odell, your magic mushroom
Mine's
is
still clean.
So
No,
that,
not all of them.
that means you didn't use it.
It's the wrong color.
Mine are a little.
So your magic mushroom should look like this.
Mine are starting to get used a little bit.
Good. So that's giving them a little bit water first. Okay, so I'm just using the water bottle to spray some water there. They kind of need quite a lot of water. Let me go refill my water. I will be right back.
I was prepping my magic mushrooms the hour before the
Yeah,
thing.
me
I was
too.
spraying them.
Okay, so do I need magic mushrooms? That is the question. Should I have them?
Well, I don't know, guys. Can you help Mary? Does she need a magic mushroom?
It
I
depends.
love them.
You do
Go
love
get
them?
'em.
Well, you know what? We are going to have a big promotion coming June 13th. So just think about it. Watch a lot of video. So for guys, you guys already have the magic mushroom. You see how much water I am giving to them.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you moved it?
Yeah. So let's do this. And
No, I
then
probably need to.
we are going to Sharon. Have you tried your magic mushroom?
I have.
Frank has.
How do you like it?
I really like it. I like the color, so it makes it much easier for me.
Yeah, it's you know there's a lot of different kind of tool on the market, right? You use what do you have? You use what you feel comfortable with it. So that's the main point.
I wonder if I should cut this out first.
Okay. So I am going
She
to.
cuts it before she colors it, yeah.
Hey, Lisa.
Oh yes.
On this Jumangi, should I, do I just put this die on top and cut it, or do I need a template so I get it lined up right?
Are you a picky person?
Am I picky?
I don't think so, Jumanji. You need a guiding window. I think the Jumanji is pretty easy to line up.
Just put it on, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have trouble lining up Jumanji. It lined up beautifully.
Yeah, so that won't be a big problem. Okay, so
Can I ask a quickie question, Lisa?
Go ahead.
Have you found a way to use the kaleidoscope with the magic mushrooms?
Yes, I use it. I use it sometimes, but I usually just use it for blending. Let's try it. Let's try to use the Kaleidoscope color. So
I always get the next color on it.
Yeah, so that's the only issue. So we're going to fix that. So Joan, do you have a lot of impact? You use at least Kaleidoscope color because you don't have too many dye-based color. Is that why?
Yeah, I have, but never enough.
Okay, So what we're gonna do is that how we can avoid it. Okay. So this is how we are going to avoid the. Going to show you because these Kaleidos color, the ink is just a kind of narrow, right? If you want to, for example, this is my color. Green, yellow, kind of orange, and light blue. So if I only want to pick up a little bit yellow, I probably end out to pick up a little bit green because the magic mushroom is is bigger than these
Right.
parts, right? So how to avoid that? Here is one good solution. I'm going to show you how we can do that. You are going to let's grab a piece of acetate. Okay, so we're going to grab a piece of acetate and then I'm going to grab a scissors. Okay, so we're kind of going to just create some kind of blocking area. So,
oh,
Good idea.
like this.
Yeah.
Right? So we kind of just open that area, and then when you put on top of your Kaleidos color, you don't have to worry about the pick up the green or pick up the orange. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, but because the strip is narrower than your magic mushroom, I think that's the only way we can pick up enough color and then don't pick up the other side. And then when you finish, you got to clean your acetate and then you can move to the next color.
Good.
I think
it's not so good when you're doing, like your desert heat because they're all in the same family.
Yeah, so that you don't have to worry about it.
No.
That I use all the time, like Lisa blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
use
hard when you do this.
Yeah, so that one is but I love those color because their impact is really is a good color. Okay, so let's do a little bit blending. Let's do a little bit practice if you have a set of magic mushroom. So first of all, you got to make sure your magic mushroom is moisture, and then I actually mix a lot of water on top. Okay, quite a lot. Don't wash them because they really grew up. And then those magic mushrooms, you got to use it because once you use it, they will become softer and then they will blending better and better. If your magic mushroom is like this, is very hard, they won't blending well. Yeah, so they won't blending well. Okay, so let's see.
So what kind of paper are you blending on, Lisa?
I'm just using the regular Michael's recollection.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. First of all, you can see my magic mushroom is very dirty, right? It's a kind of yellow. So what you're gonna do is you have one wet cloth handy. Okay, a little bit moisture. I'm too lazy to go to the washroom. So, and then you kind of use your wet cloth to kind of squeeze your dirty magic mushroom. Let me go just a quick wash this wet cloth. Okay, so that's just use these and then have one white, not dry cloth handy. Okay, so kind of just use your wet cloth, kind of just squeeze this sponge area. And then use the dry one, kind of absorb this dirty magic mushroom. Okay, and then look. There is no color anymore. So that was from these to these. Okay. And then we are going to just do a little bit practice. Remember, your magic mushroom have to be a little bit moisture. If it's not the moisture, you won't be able to do a good blending. Okay, so because my magic mushroom, you can see how dirty this magic mushroom. This is my original color is yellow, but my sponge area is actually pretty dirty. But we're going to just kind of rubbing on my paper, but it's no color, right? So now we're going to try to practice with the magic mushroom. So I'm going to just pick up some yellow, just rub, tap, tap. Okay, and let's see. So we're gonna start it on our scrap paper. Just try to hit hard. Just kind of bouncing it. Just give a try to bouncing it. You're going to ink your magic mushroom and then try to bouncing hard. Okay, and then move to right side and then just give a little bit gentle bounce. So on your on your scrap paper, you should see two. One is a darker color, one is a lighter color. Give it a try. Okay, and then next, we're going to ink your magic mushroom again. We're going to draw some circle. So in the middle, you're going to push hard and then push, drawing a circle from inside out. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like that. And then again, tap, tap, and then drawing a circle. You got to re-ink your magic mushroom and then always start from the middle part and then kind of blending, drawing a circle. Okay, that's what's like this. Is everybody trying? Okay, let me see, Christina. So, Christina, have you tried doing some blending?
Yeah, I'm following along.
Okay, that's good. So just remember, pick up your magic mushroom, kind of like a rub the color on your ink pad, and then bouncing on your paper, hit hard. Okay, release a little bit pressure. And then ink your magic mushroom, drawing a circle. In the middle, you push hard, and then when you're holding your magic mushroom, try to use your finger to support your sponge part. Don't let your magic mushroom head is like a twist like this. Okay, try to use your hand to support that sponge. So that way, you don't kill your magic mushroom. They otherwise they keep like banging like this. The sponge will break eventually. So try to use your finger to holding like the side of your finger to holding that magic mushroom, and then we're doing the blending. Inside, do a little bit hard and then release a little bit pressure. Okay, now we're going to try to do two colors. Okay, so let me grab the other piece of paper here. I am going to let's do red and the purple. So same thing. My magic mushroom is dirty, okay? So always use the wet cloth, kind of clean the head. Okay, and then if you touch your magic mushroom, they have to be soft. If it's too hard, that means they don't have enough water and then they won't blend in well. Okay, and then we're going to try to blend in two colors. So I have this is the blue I used for my last few video. You can see it's very dark. So I'm going to just make sure, and then sometimes you can even just don't wash it. You can spray with some water, okay? Use the wet towel, kind of absorb the water, and then we're going to use a dry cloth, kind of absorb all the ink. So that way we can start with the light color again. See, my magic mushroom was like this, and now I have no ink on my sponge. So now we are going to do two colors. I'm going to find see this nice blue, should be good. Okay, so I'm going to use this blue. Let's find a better juicy one. This is a little bit too dry. Let me find a juicy blue. This is good. Okay, so I have these two colors. We're going to kind of blending. So just remember, sometimes you can like a tapping, circling. Okay, let's do this. And then we can blending on your paper too. Okay, so I'm going to ink my magic mushroom. If you are not sure, you can always kind of testing a little bit on your cardstock. And I will have a piece of scrap paper, try to prevent my hand don't get dirty. Okay, so we start from the corner. Okay, so I start with the push hard and then release a little bit pressure. You can see the corner. Okay, let's do, hold on a second. Let me, one of my, this one have no top view. Okay. One of my camera have no battery. Okay, so let's do again. I'm gonna ink the darker color, and then in the corner, you kind of tap, 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 tap. And then remember in the beginning, I was showing you, you push like a push harder, release a little bit pressure, drawing a little circle. Okay, do harder in the corner, and then try to drawing a little circle. So for the blending, you got to build out your texture. So start, see how I accidentally push here a little bit too hard. So you can see here the color is a little bit too dark, right? Again, try to smooth it. Okay, from that corner, from the corner, see how beautiful this blue it is. Like this. Okay. So slowly from one side, from the corner to the center. Any questions so far, everyone?
No.
Right, hard.
Okay, let's try the other one. So this one, we start from the right side corner. We are going to do the blending later. Let's try something. We are going to start from the middle, is the darker color, and then go from from inside out. So you're going to start pounding in the middle, right? And then release a little bit pressure, just kind of drawing a circle. Okay, and then we can draw in the circle here. When you draw in the circle, you kind of release a little bit pressure. That's what it look like, hurricane. And then again, in the middle again, pouncing, 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 and then drawing a little circle. Okay. When you drawing the circle like a blending, you kind of lefting like a release a little bit pressure. Don't push too hard. Again. And then they can be built out. Okay, this recollection cardstock is not like a super heavy duty cardstock. It's okay to do a little bit blending, but if you continue to do this, they are going to start to falling apart. So if you really want to do a lot of blending, use the Canson watercolor paper.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine's pilling up.
Yeah, so that's what it look like. Okay, let's try the next one. Next one, somebody asked me, say, hey Lisa, I only want a very, very, very light color. What I'm going to do? If you want a really, really light color, you're going to use this magic mushroom. You're going to just mix with a little bit water. Okay. And then use your dry cloth, kind of just don't kind of absorb all the water, just kind of gently, not too much. Okay, always have a testing paper on the side. Make sure, and then we are going to do gently tapping. Very, very light color. So you can blending, you can do tapping, and then because we want a very, very light color, so what we can do is you can even mix a little bit water on your table, and then kind of continue tapping, rubbing, but not too much water because you add, this is not the good watercolor paper. So this one is actually to have a little bit too much water. They actually start, well, it's okay, but if you want to do more watering one, you've got to use the watercolor paper. It's okay, but I can see my paper is start to, what do you call this? Crumbling?
Centigrade?
Centigrade, okay.
Disintegrate.
Disintegrate, okay. So if you want to do the lighter color, see, this is compared with that one, is much lighter, right? Drawing a little circle, that's how you do it. So this is a light color. And if you want to have a more, we can go back to tap again. The color compared with that corner one is a little bit lighter, okay? That's what it looks like. Okay, so now that's to try the other technique. We are going to blending two colors together. So I have my pink and the blue here. Okay, so that's working on the blue first. If you want to blending two colors together, you always start with a lighter color first and add a darker color. So I started my foundation color and always have a one extra paper. Otherwise, I always get a dirty fingerprint. So let's do these. Okay, so there is a two way to do the blending. First, let me show you two different ways to do it. Where is the here? Okay, so this is a clean. So that's do like the one blue and the one pink, and we're going to meet in the middle. And I'm going to share with you, we're going to just do the pink on top of the blue too. So that's start this pink. Okay, drawing a little circle. Okay, I'm going to start from the dark and to the light. Okay, when we want to meet these two colors together, we are going to do gentle. Kind of borrow your ink from the bottom and then try to blending two together. Okay, drawing little circle is the best way to do the blending. And then if you add one or two layers, they're going to look even better. The color is more solid. So this is the color kind of thin, right? So they don't really cover well. That's why you have to slowly build out. Okay, so let's do our blue again. Okay, be careful if you want to add more, you got to start from the corner. Don't start from top of your blue because here is going to have a mark. Start from your corner, slowly brushing the color through the middle. Okay, don't start from the middle. If you start like now, I start from here, it's going to have a mark. So start from the end. Okay, not enough, we add more. Slowly try to blending these. Okay, let's do a red. Okay, and then when the red meet the blue, the purple will appear. Okay. Sometimes if you really have time, you can really start like even from the orange and then red. So the color is going to be more rich. Okay, let's do these. Slowly blending this blue and pink together. And like I say, this paper is not really heavy duty for the blending, but we just practice, right? Try to have fun. Okay, like these. See, kind of purple appear, right? More. Drawing a little circle, that's how you do the blending. And then we can change to blue back. Again, start from the corner to the middle. Don't start from right in the middle of this blue, is going to leave an ugly mark. Okay, that's one way. Or now, if we want to add a little bit pink here, we can do that too. Okay. See? This part is more solid, right? Because it's a two color. There you go. Anybody have questions?
I just have an issue with what colors not to combine so I don't end up with brown.
Yeah.
So try to be safe. Try to stay in the same family. Like if you know, try to practice first. That's a start like all different kind of blue tone or all the warm tone. Don't try to blend in the like a contrast color. Like don't mix yellow with purple. Don't mix green and red. Don't mix blue with orange, and then you are safe. So try to don't jump your color too big. Try to stay in the same family. Like a green, you try to do the light green and then add a little bit darker green. Don't try to, you know, mix with a lot of color. And for your safety, not for your safety, for your artwork safety, try to do like a 2-3 color for start. Don't try to have too many colors. So that way you will mess up.
Okay.
Make sense? Okay, so
yes.
Give a try and like those practice, try to bouncing it and try to draw in a circle. Just give a try, and then maybe use a little bit better Cardstock. Use the Canson watercolor paper. I think it will show a better result. Okay, next, that's finish my jellyfish card, and then going to do some coloring with markers. Do everybody good?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so let's do these.
My rice lake doesn't look anything like Lisa's rice lake.
Rice lake. Oh, you know what? We are got the rice lake. Actually, when you apply, the way you Joan, the way when you apply the rice lake. Okay, here is what you're gonna do. We have to try to use the or magic mushroom different way. Let me see if I have a print image. Let me go grab one.
No. I did it, I stamped it with stays on, right?
Yep. Let me see if I have a right slate. Let me find my right leg stamp and I'm going to stamp it. And then for some of you guys, I know you are working on the butterfly kisses. So the first time when you use that butterfly kisses, you got to make sure you use an eraser to erase the surface. So the new stamp, just use eraser to erase the surface, all kind of pre-ink few times. So that way they will ink better. So just kind of pre-ink a few times. Okay, so let me do, that's stamping my right leg, and then I'm going to show you how I color. So I'm going to grab. So same thing, I'm going to just use this recollection cardstock. I just have a handy. Okay, and then I have my right leg here. Okay, I lost my that insert for my Misty.
Oh.
Yeah, so my Misty is kind of, I'm gonna just use my silicone mat to kind of raise up a little bit. That will work. Okay, does everybody have their Chucky?
I haven't made mine yet.
Hi, Mary, how are you?
Good, hello.
Hello. So everybody have a Chucky. Oh, you got the, Marian got the paint tool. Do you like it? It works, right?
Yes,
I use it sometimes, and it depends how if I feel like on the stamps or not. But yes, for a lot of stamping, it's been a bit of a relief on my system. Yes, great idea.
Yeah, these paint tool, it works good, but I just found out they are not heavy enough. So I actually use those candle jar to make those little Chucky. It actually worked pretty well. Does everybody have one? Susan, do you have one? You do? Good. Frank, do you have one?
I actually use a magnetic whiteboard eraser.
That looks like an Apple Magic Mouse. Frank, do you have one? Frank, you are on mute. You have to unmute yourself. I can't hear you. Let's see, I have to unmute. Okay, so Christina, do you have one? Good. Odeo, do you have one?
I have the paint tool, yeah.
Yeah, do you use it?
Yes.
See, mine have a light.
Yeah,
Frank,
I need to do one.
Yeah, Frank, do you have one?
Actually, we use some coasters that have cork on the bottom, so they glide across it really nicely.
Yeah.
My hand, it works. They're nice and heavy.
Yeah, I found out they actually help. Mary, did you make one?
No, not yet. Oh,
Yeah.
we have two Marys.
We have two Mary from Florida. Oh,
Right.
I like yours, Mary. Can you talk a little bit and then we can see your Chucky?
Mine?
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I purchased mine on Etsy or Facebook or somewhere.
Oh, okay. I like the mini one.
It was called Stampin' Bug.
Yeah, they have too many names and they have
I
like
know.
a Chucky war happening. Mary, Wisconsin, do you have one?
I do not.
You should make one. It work. It helps.
Yeah, I saw Nancy's video and I was gonna make one, but I just haven't done it yet. It looks pretty.
I think it
easy
looks
and
easy.
fun. Yeah, and fun.
You know what? Actually, I found out they are very they are useful. Okay, so I am going to show Joan how to how I do my color. I mean my right slate. So I'm going to just use this VersaFine. So rub, tap, tap. That's how I ink my stamp. So I'm going to do this. So the rub is just apply the ink, and the tap is just kind of break the line. And I will definitely recommend to create the Chucky if you can, because I found out it's much easier when you use these to rubbing your stamp image, especially on the regular cardstock. Okay, see? Just one stamp and they look like this already. Let's do one more time. So you can use StayZone. Yeah, you can use the StayZone, or like I say, this impact is a great impact, and then they just show the coverage is just awesome. Okay, so let's do these again. And if you don't have a stamp positioner, watch the video number 43. You can use a DVD case to create your own stamp positioner. And this one definitely works so well. And see the color. It's so pretty. I mean, not so pretty. It's so clear. Yeah. Okay, so let's wait a little bit, make sure they're completely dry, and I'm going to share with you how I apply the color. So let me just grab this one. Okay, this one go away, and then this one go away. Okay, so we're gonna waiting for this one dry, and while we are waiting, and this little candle is only $2. They have a green apple smell. It actually smell pretty good. Okay, so let me finish my. Have you guys watched all the video for the jellyfish? I create a lot of card by using this jellyfish set.
I've watched them, but I haven't tried to imitate them yet.
I love all the cards made with the set.
Good. Are you still working, Kim?
Yes, I'm still, well, I'm not working right now. I'm on the weekend, but yes, I'm still working.
Oh, okay. They say Alaska is rain 300 days a year. Is that true?
Maybe in Southeast, but not here. Not here in mainland, you know, in Anchorage, Eagle River area. So that's probably Southeast that they're talking about.
I should move to Alaska because I love rain.
It rains sideways.
Yeah, I love rain. Okay, so let me finish this one, and I need one more. I show you how I do my spling card. Most of the people, they use a painting, right? So Canada doesn't have a painting anymore. So I am just using acetate, and I already share with you how to do a perfect die cut with acetate. You got to have one piece of scrap paper, and then if your scrap paper is cut, your acetate is cut. Okay, let's do this. So very easy to cut. Oop, I cut the wrong place. Let's do one more time. Here we go. Okay, so I have my little circle for my jellyfish. Okay, so let me see everything good. Okay, and then I am going to use my foam tape. So we're going to do the coloring with the watercolor pencil too. I just figured out how I can bring my camera this much close so you can see very well. Ooh, this side. I was mentioning in my video, I saw the Costco have a 72 color watercolor pencil for $9.99 Canadian dollars. Can you believe how cheap it is?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about the quality though. So I just use this color pencil, give a little bit highlighted. That's the easiest way to color on the dark cardstock. And then they was talking about that they find the alien, the UFO in some part of the US. I don't know if that's true or.
I've not heard of it.
No? What happened if you see the alien? What are you gonna do? I will run. I will not stick around to take a look what is the alien look like. I will definitely freak out and I will run as far as I can. How about you guys? Anybody will stick there, say hi to alien?
Well, if it's ET, I'll stick by. He's cute.
How about if the alien from the Independent, those kind of scary one?
Oh yeah, no, run.
Running.
Okay, so that's my little jellyfish here. Okay, and then I am going to just put my circle. Come on, where is my circle again? I always have a problem to find my, because it's seeing through. Oh, here. Okay, I am putting one foam dots in the middle. Okay, like this. And then just put it under that circle here. And then put my little jellyfish there. That's how my jellyfish is floating here. Okay, in the back, you can see there is an ugly foam tape there, right? So here is you can just cut one more jellyfish, and then you can use this jellyfish to hiding that glue dot. Okay, so that's my floating jellyfish. Okay, and for the background, I have my You Are So Jelly background stamp here, and the same thing. I use that VersaFine, and then we're going to do some coloring. I'm going to use my magic mushroom again, and this time I don't even bother to ink. I just use the color that I have on this magic mushroom. Okay, we are going to just apply some color. This is too clean, no color. Let's see. Just rubbing some color on top with the color that I have on the magic mushroom. See, just like that. Nothing fancy. Okay, and a little bit purple. Just to give a little bit color. That will do. Okay, and then we're going to mount on my back card. Okay, and this is my jellyfish. Okay, here we go. That's what it look like. And then I already stamping these bubbles. And then I'm going to, same thing, just to use those markers, just to give a little bit lighting, highlighting, and then glue the bubbles. And then I use those Uniball pen. It actually worked very well. I thought only the white one worked well, but actually the silver color and the gold color, they also work so well. So I just use my blue markers, just not marker, the pencil, just to do a little bit highlighting. And then I'm going to use my bubbles. So this one, because it's a kind of detail, you got to using your guiding window. And then that's how I cut all my bubbles here. So it's actually very, very close to the stamp image. Okay, let's do that die cut. Okay, and then look at all my bubbles. Right there. No white gap. Okay, my bubble here. So just to put a few, I think I need a tweezer. There you go. And then we just use the foam tape again, just tape few bubbles, and then that's it. Okay, foam tape. Anybody have any questions?
No, I'll probably go back and watch this later so I can.
Okay.
Pay attention to
Yeah,
it.
we just want to get together, stamping and have fun. Thank you so much to join me.
I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Every time I rubber stamp, I have fun.
Good. That's good. That's all. I can't imagine if I don't have at least a rubber stamp, like create a video, what I'm going to do during this tough time. Yeah. And then you know what? We are the lucky one. You know, we actually we can afford to have a hobby. These stamping can be very costly, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. And then a lot of people, you know, I come from Taiwan, and the recently Taiwan, you know, this COVID is spread like a wildfire.
Yeah.
So, and then the people really, and the restaurant, like the food industry is the number one, like get hit because like now the restaurants just start reopen now. It's just tough for them.
Yes.
A lot of the food you cannot take out, you know, you have to eat there. So,
oh,
yeah, like they have like a hot pot you cannot take out. You have to
yes,
eat
that's
there.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. Joan, you are in Ontario, right?
No, I'm from New Jersey.
You're in New Jersey. Okay, that's the other Joan. Okay, because I know in the Ontario, they are still the lockdown.
That's me.
You, oh yeah, are you still locked down?
Oh, it hasn't ended. I'm so excited. I did the first, I don't know if you can see.
Relax, yes?
Yes, my first time, and I didn't sneeze. And I used all your tips from your video, and now I'm working on the clouds for the card, and it worked.
What did you use on it?
Okay, so you have to watch her videos, and you get Pearlex. It's like very fine mica powder. Look at that shine.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, I
Really
watched
nice.
that. Yes, that is
Okay.
nice.
So I went running for it after her video on Amazon, and this is the set. It wasn't too expensive, and it has lots of colors in it. But it's gonna like Lisa was using her for years. This little pot, and it's very tiny. It's like I don't know, very small.
Is it like perfect pearls?
Yes.
I don't know that. Pearl X. I don't know powdered pigments. I don't know what perfect pearls are. Sorry.
Okay.
Did you ever see Lisa's koi fish that she did with them?
Yeah. The koi pond.
Perlex?
You know, these perlex they are actually the pigment. You know, if you have like a acrylic paint, you can actually add a little bit of this powder and then they become the paint. So they are actually the pigment that they use to create like acrylic paint. Yeah, they are very fine powder and then one jar will last forever. You only need a tiny little bit, just a little bit. And Marian, don't forget that you got to seal it with a hairspray or some kind of spray for sealing.
Oh, good thing you said that before I started assembly of all these cards.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So just use the hairspray. The one in the air, the one in those kind of. Let me show you what I have. I don't know, do they still sell these? I have these over 10 years. So you need at least these kind of, what do you call these kind of?
Hairspray, aerosol.
Aerosol, yeah, aerosol. Not these kind of plastic misty bottle. So this aerosol is more fine, so it will not leave any residue on your cardstock. If you use those kind of shape, like a foam, it probably is too watery. So they will leave on the card. But try on the side first before you spray on your final artwork.
Oh, okay. I have a tester here. Okay.
Okay. So good luck. And
well,
then,
this was exciting.
Yeah, and then one more thing before you finish, before you spray, you're going to use a Swiffer.
Did that?
Rubbing the surface. That way your glossy black is going to pop out a little bit more.
Stole it from my cleaning closet.
Yeah.
So the video that I'm sort of copying, because this was experimental, is don't crane your neck. That's what the video.
Don't crane your neck.
It should be called Don't Sneeze.
Don't sneeze. Okay. So now I'm going to working on the right slate now, and that's put this little die cut somewhere safe, because I am not an organized person. So I have a friend. Every time after she crafting, she have to clean her table, put everything back to the place. Wow, I just think about it, I'm tired already. So, okay, so that Jones, so let's do a little bit, apply the color on top. So let me see. Let's grab. Where is the package? Kind of want to take a look. What's my right slate look like? Oh, here. Okay, so we're going to do the coloring. If you have a magic mushroom, you can use magic mushroom. If you don't have a magic mushroom, you can use a sponge. They will work just fine too. So first, we're going to make sure our magic mushroom, what color we have on the magic mushroom, because I use my magic mushroom often. So maybe sometimes the color is too dark. So I'm going to just make sure I clean it. We don't need a lot of color. We only need a little bit blue, a little bit green, a little bit yellow, a little bit brown. Only 4 color will do. Okay, so I'm going to have a like this. So first, we're going to make sure my magic mushroom is clean. Okay. Especially the blue, we want to have a very, very light blue.
Very light blue.
We can add a little bit purple too. Okay, so first we're going to start with yellow. Okay, and then just always testing a little bit. And then have a dry cloth handy. Okay, and then this paper is just a regular recollection cardstock, nothing fancy. So I'm going to just use the yellow matrix marshal, pick a little bit yellow, not too much. And then in this corner, we just gently tap tap. Remember, I was share with you how to do the coloring. So we're going to do hard and then release a little bit pressure, just like a gently tap tap. Like a gently tap tap like this, very, very gentle, just a spot. That's good enough. And then we're going to do the green. Okay, make sure my magic mushroom have a, okay, we're going to do a very, very light green. If you are not sure what are you doing, you always start with a light color. Okay, because the light color, if we don't have we are not enough color, we can always go back to add more. If you start too dark, you cannot go back to the light. But if you start with the light, you can always make it darker. So I'm going to just start from this corner using that tapping technique. Start a little bit hard and then release like a bouncing technique. So a little bit here, okay, and a little bit on the right corner. A little bit on the left corner. Okay, we still bouncing, we don't do anything. Okay, so that's it. Now we're going to go back to pick a little bit darker green. So I have the other darker green here. Okay, pick a little bit color. Okay, the spot, oh, not dark enough. Let's pick a little bit darker. So for your magic mushroom, not dark enough, you got to start with a lighter color and add a little bit darker. Oh, this one is good enough. So gently tap, tap, and then you will see that green, the light green and dark green, they start to blending together.
Dark.
Okay, so that's what it look like this is so far. Okay. And then now we're going to do the blue. So blue is the main color we're going to use. First, my magic mushroom is too dirty. I'm going to make sure I don't want too much color on top. So make sure they are kind of dry. Okay. If you're not sure, use a very, very light blue. So this is a summer sky, very, very light blue. Okay, and then we can add the darker color. So this time we are going to start from the top of your card. You can hit hard and then gently release a little bit pressure. Or you can start from the up, just kind of brushing the color. One direction only. So one direction.
Oh, up and down, not crosswise.
No, up and down. Okay, and then remember one direction only, one like this. From the up, like a brush, one direction from the up to the down, up to the down, up to the down, one direction only. So that way our sky on the top is going to be more blue, on the bottom is lighter. Very important. And then my ink is very, very light. And then on the bottom, we are going to from the bottom up. Or you can rotate your picture. Okay, one direction. On the bottom, we want the hard, like a darker color. On the top, we want a light. Okay, now I'm gonna get used to coloring. I want to add a little bit darker color. So I'm going to bring a little bit darker blue. Okay, but be very careful with your darker color. So when you do the darker color, you are going to testing first. Okay, make sure we don't want it too dark. Okay, one direction. One direction. Okay, if it's still not dark enough, we can add a little bit purple. let's see the purple. Okay, so I have enough. Oh, let's add a little bit. So you just want to slowly build out just one direction. Okay, one direction. You want a very, very light. Okay, if you want to have a more, now you can kind of blending a little bit, and then I'm going to give a little bit more green. Darker green. I'm looking for, this is a good green. A lot of nice green. Okay, going to find yep, this is a good green. Be careful, you don't want it too dark. Drawing a little circle here. Okay.
And you started with the lightest color in that collection.
You always start with the lightest color first, and then if you don't have enough, you can add more. There's more, so I'm going to trimming it first. I'll be right back. Let me just trimming it. You can start to working with a little bit larger paper and then just trimming it. So that's easy because when you blending it, you can blending from outside and then bring in, right? So, yeah. And then I want to have a more, that's grab the other paper here. And this is just a regular cardstock. It's not the glossy paper. You can use a glossy paper and the color is more shiny. I think that's enough, okay? And then because we don't want to overdo the stamp, yeah, the stamp itself is already kind of complicated thing already, right? So if you keep working on that, it's going to be too much. So we're going to use this white pen to give a bit highlighted. But before we move on, if you still want to get a little bit darker, we can still do. So I am going to use some kind of like a rusty color. Just a final touch out. And here is what I'm doing. First of all, you got to be careful to have a fingerprint, which I have an issue all the time. I'm just a messy crafter. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to start from a corner, drawing a little circle. Like I was sharing with you how to blending, remember? Like this. So you are going to start from this corner, drawing a little circle to make your frame a little bit darker to focus your light in the middle, okay? So just a full corner, like some kind of rusty color. The trick of this technique is light color, light text color you can use, and then slowly build up. Okay, and then make sure your mushroom got to be a little bit moisture. This mushroom is actually kind of dry, even though I spread with a lot of water, but I don't know, it's a hot day today. So like this. And then if you use a glossy paper, you can use a knife to kind of scratch the glossy paper because they are coated, right? If you use a regular cardstock, we just use this white paint. Try to just give a little bit highlight. And then that's it. Just don't worry about the detail. Just give a little bit highlight.
Yeah, the important thing was how little. I went bonkers with the coloring.
Yeah, you know why? Because this stamp image itself is already very complicated. That's why all you need to do is just give a little bit color, and then they will work just fine. And then try to using this paper as your guiding.
Right.
And then 4 color maximum.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give it a try, and then it will work.
Okay.
So I see Mary. Mary, you are the person you like to standing up when you do the crafting. I remember when you on the cruise. I mean the Mary in the Wisconsin.
Yes.
You always standing up.
I don't know why, but
That's
yeah.
why you need a check key, because you don't really have to push anymore.
True.
Yeah. And there's a lot of idea. We don't have a Yankee candles here. Does anybody have a Yankee candle? Do you usually burn the candle?
Yes.
You like
Yes.
the smell?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Really? Their smell is not too artificial?
Some of them stink, but some of them are really nice.
Mhm.
Okay.
What's your
So-
favorite smell?
We don't have a Yankee candle here. I just bought one. Is those kind of white flower they have in the hardware cardigan. Those kind of white have a very pretty fragrancy.
Gardenia?
Gardenia, yeah. Yeah, I got one, but I didn't really burn. It's so expensive in Canada. It's like $35. How much do they sell in the state?
They have big sales.
Yeah. How much is for usually one Yankee candle?
My daughter-in-law gives them to me for presents, so.
That's good. Okay, so we're gonna do the last technique I want to share with you is I'm going to share with you some coloring technique. And let's do one on the regular cardstock and the one on the coated dog glossy. So that way, you guys can see what's really different. If you want to stamping on the regular cardstock, it's better that you have a stamp positioner. If you want to stamping on the dog glossy, that's not necessary. So it will work just fine. And then remember, if you have the new shadow stamp, it's very important that you use the eraser to erase the surface. Okay, so, well, actually this stamp is too small. I want to show you some blending. Let me go grab one bigger stamp. So.
Thank you, Lisa. I have to go. It's our dinner time.
Okay, enjoy your dinner.
Very patient husband. And I found hairspray, this giant can, and it worked really well. So I set all those cards.
Oh, bye, Miriam. Well, yeah. Thank you. Have a wonderful dinner.
I'll see everyone again soon. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the other 20 minutes. Let me just show you the quick coloring technique. So this is because this one is too small, so we cannot really see the blending part. So I'm going to show you, this one is a little bit bigger, and then let's just do this. And then I'm going to share with you both on the regular cardstock and on the dog glossy. Okay, it's very important when you get the brand new stamp, the shadow stamp, you got to use this eraser, kind of erase the surface. It doesn't make a difference. And then clean with a wet cloth. And then you can use any kind of water-based markers, will work just fine. So I'm going to just use these little markers. Okay, so always, no matter what you do, any kind of artwork, you always start with a lighter color first. So you're going to just start the foundation color. You're going to color the whole. Let's see, this one is better. Let me bring. Okay, let's see. I want to show you the best way. I just figured out this camera can go this much close. Okay, so you're going to holding your marker 45 degree, and then you're going to just color the whole stamp, not whole stamp, the flower part with the lightest color. Try to have a no gap. Okay, just like this. That's your foundation color. Okay, here I have one more. And then we're going to use a little bit darker color. So try to, if you are not sure what you're doing, you always stick with the same family first. So I kind of use a little bit darker color. Okay, just to give a little bit here and here. Okay, and then you can see on my stamp, the light color and dark color, they kind of jump too fast, right? So I'm going to use these lighter color, kind of blending two colors. So try to hiding that border, the light and the dark, just kind of blending them. You can blending directly on top. It's not going to damage your markers. Your markers might maybe pick up some darker color. All you have to do is just clean with wet cloth. And then they will come back to the original color. So, and then let's do a little bit magenta color here too, just to give a little bit touch out here. Again, you are going to use your lighter markers, blending directly on your rubber stamp. Okay. And then we are going to, that's it. And we're going to use the green color for the leaves. Okay, it's very important when you color your stamp, try to hide your stroke, especially it's the foundation color. Okay. Okay, and then we are going to just blending a little bit brown with the green. Okay, and in the middle of the iris, I am going to just give it a little bit black. And we're ready to stamp. Okay, so first that's stamping on the glossy paper, see what's it look like. On the glossy paper, because the paper is special, we don't really have to do anything. I really don't need these, but that's just that. See the color?
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, see the blending, it doesn't, it does help. So feel free, you can really blending your stamp. Those marker is totally capable to do the blending and then see how pretty it is. So that's a try one on the regular cardstock. That's if on the regular cardstock, the shadow stamp is you have to stamping 2 times. If you just use the regular cardstock, okay, that's bring a little bit here. If you use the regular card, let me show you. If you have a regular stamp with like an outline, you can stamping on the regular cardstock, it won't be a problem. But if you have the shadow stamp and you want to stamping on the regular cardstock, let's grab it. Regular cardstock. I'll show you. Let me go grab some regular cardstock. Okay. So this is a regular cardstock. Okay. Okay, let's see the first one. If you use just one color, that's just do this purple, see what's it look like. Okay, so this is just a regular memento purple, and let's see what it look like. So I try to make an oops one, but actually it looks very well. Okay, so this is it's very funny. I try to kind of screw up, but actually it looks so pretty. Okay, so let's do one more. See, let's do. So I'm going to stamp one more time. It's well, let's see the markers one. The marker one, if we stamp one time, it must looks bad. Well, but I don't know, maybe it turned out good again. Okay, let's try the markers. See what's look like. I'm going to use exactly the same colors, so that way we can compare. Okay, so remember the first coloring, you got to make sure foundation color is like when you put the makeup, you got to make sure color the whole face, and then we can add eyeshadow, you know, other stuff. Okay, so that's my darker color and a little bit purple. And then we're going to do a little magenta here. Okay, and then we're going to blending a little bit here. And then green. Okay. It is personally, I like a matte finish. I don't really like a glossy finish. Like when I develop my photo before, I always do the matte finish instead of a glossy. But when you do the crafting, especially when we was at a show, when you standing on the glossy cardstock, people kind of say, wow, what is this? Why is it shining? I think everybody likes shiny stuff. And they always thought it's the markers or make the magic, but actually it's just the paper. Okay, so let's see what it look like. Take a guess. Is it going to look good or bad?
It'll look good.
Yeah.
I want to show bad, but okay.
It's not
now,
in you.
Okay, now you can see. Is the maybe my camera is too good, but actually from the real life, this is actually the color. Let's do the comparison. A little bit lighter, right? So let's do one. Okay, try to remember what's it look like now. And then we're going to clean the stamp and we're going to just color like a coating one more time. And then the color will be much solid. So you can use, if you don't compare, you don't really, they cannot really tell. But if you compare, they actually looks better if you stamp 2 times. So it really depends who you are making card for. If it's a special friend, so you stamp 2 times. If people you
Or
don't
your
like.
sister-in-law.
For my sister-in-law, well, she doesn't get this kind of card. For my sister-in-law, she get a boo-boo card. Okay, let's do this one. And then, okay, you can see what's different. Okay, so take a good look before we stamp. Okay, try to remember this and then tell me is it different if we stamp 2 times. So let's do that. And then I would definitely recommend you use one of the Chucky because it's really help. So that's what it looks like. It does make a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's on the regular cardstock, and then let's do comparison. This is the dull glossy, and then I can see from here on the dull glossy the color is prettier because it's kind of shining, and then these on the regular cardstock it still looks good. It really depends what do you like. So that's about the coloring technique. And the last question about the double die. The double die, what do we need that die for? That die cut is for the outline. So what you do is, let's grab my die cut here.
While Lisa's getting the other piece, I know that when you do the embossing on the glossy paper, it almost makes it look like something you purchased in Michael's versus on cardstock. It's not quite, it's a different look.
Yeah, so because of this year, I actually have a double die, and then is most of the people, their die cut is like this, right? It's just the outline, and then you stamp the image. Let me grab the stamp here. Where is
Yeah, never put your die cuts through without having your top plate on.
Yeah.
I know.
No,
don't
you
do
have
that.
to do
That's
it once
how-
to learn.
Yeah, you know that I was low on the calorie. My brain doesn't work. Today is a good day because today is the cheat day. I can eat whatever I like. So I'm in a pretty good mood. Okay, so this is a butterfly, right? Let's do this. Oops. So that's our butterfly. And then most of the people, their die cut is just like that. So you just die cut it. And then you always end out to have that big gap, right? So, but the Local Kings die cut is very, very detailed. We have both of them. The detailed die cut, you can do the embossing. Like you can just use those kind of mirror paper, and then it just end up so pretty. So let's see, I don't have a guiding. Well, that's just give a try without using the guiding window. That's what I do here. Okay, and then what's that die for? Is for, it's too many way to use it, which give me a very good idea because I'm going to create a video to show you what are we going to do with that outline die. So that's the die cut, not bad. I didn't use the guiding window. Yeah. So for this die cut is for layering. Okay. So it's for layering. And then you can kind of folding this one. And then we're going to put a little bit glue in the middle. I will create a video and then to show you how many different ways we can use this outline die cut. They actually can, we can use that to create some kind of shaker card. So that's just put in the middle. Just kind of like this. And then you know what? And then I'm going to just find a piece of scrap paper, put here, and then send these, get well card to my sister-in-law. How do you think?
Your favorite sister-in-law.
Yeah, so a very good card. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, so these outline die cut, I will create a video to share with you more different way to use this background. So I'm going to just put a little bit more tape. And I found out this one, I got it from the show, from Tesla. And then I actually found out they are very, very good liquid glue. They are not so thick, but they are actually very sticky and they dry fast. So I like it. So you kind of just using that one as a backing. Does it make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so I will working on the video to share with you. Okay, so it's almost about 4 o'clock. I think I did everything that you have a question for. Any other question before we finish?
Does anybody else know? It does not affect my quality of stamps, but does anybody else get any really light stripes on their stamps after they've been stamping for a while? I'll show you what I mean.
No.
And it might be the inks I've used. Let me just clean my stamp off here first. So on here, I kind of get like light stripes going across, and it doesn't affect the stamping, but it's just kind of weird because it's on a couple of my stamps.
No, that you mean the stamp itself?
Yes, it's let me change my view so I can make sure I'm showing it good.
Oh, you know, that's it won't affect your stamp because that stamp probably when we make the stamp, the rubber itself, maybe the color is a little bit different. So yeah, so it will not, when you know what, the best way for you to find out is just get a black ink pad and then stamp image. And then if you can get a fully stamped image, that's nothing wrong with the stamp.
No, there isn't anything wrong with the stamp. It's stamping fine, but
yeah,
it was just a little weird looking.
You mean after you ink? Yeah, try to show us.
Well, no, it inks fine. It stamps fine. I was just trying to find out if anybody else would get like these weird, like light stripes across their stamps. You see this one like right here? It's almost, oops. It's like it's everything else is dark, but this is like a light white across. So but it stamps fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the answer I was giving to you. That's because of when we bake the stamp, sometime maybe, you know, the rubber is not from like usually when we create making the stamp, we have to cut they come with a big roll, 50 pounds. And then we have to trimming to the small pieces. And then sometimes maybe they suggest a piece is from the last patch. So the colors is slightly different, but as long as the stamp image is fine, it's okay. It just look a little bit weird. Just consider the stamp have a skin problem.
Yeah, it's got a skin. So I do have some questions, Lisa, when you said that you would answer some questions on that. So were you a teacher at a school or were you a private tutor for art?
I was actually private tutor for art. I was helping the student who want to apply to college, and I was helping them to prepare their portfolios. So, and then I also teach the young kids, you know, their parents, and most of them, they are the Chinese family because I don't think so my English is good enough to teach them. So usually it's a kind of Chinese family, and then they like to keep their kids, you know, doing something positive. So all my students, they are in the Chinese community, and the youngest one I start to teach, he was 3.5 years old. And I also give an adult lesson, and my oldest student, she was 70. So yeah, so I used to teach and for the teenager, I just help them to prepare their portfolio because the portfolio is the main reason they can get accepted to the college or not. And then for the young people and the adult, they just want to they just learn for fun. So I teach oil painting, acrylic painting, and sketching, everything. Yeah.
Okay, great. So did you find out if they have rubber stamp stores in Japan?
No, but I know that you know what? I am going there in November. I hope my trip can happen, and I will definitely go check it out. I know they are Japanese stamper crafter. I know they have a Japanese wholesale show because I was invited to do their show one time, but I couldn't make it. And I actually have a wholesale. There's a few people, they order my stamps for the wholesale, but I don't know, do they have a store, or they are doing just like a consultant, like a stamping up. So yeah, but I will check it out because I like to see. I know they have a lot of stationery store. They sell those all kind of stuff, all kind of pen coloring stuff, but the stationery stuff. But I don't know, do they have a rubber stamp or not? I will definitely check out. But I know in Taiwan we do have a rubber stamp store, but I don't know. I think they're all import from the North America. They don't have their local like a stamp company. Yeah. But I will definitely check it out next time when I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else have any question? Did you guys all get some project done?
I gotta start.
Yes.
I'm trying again. I gotta start on my rice lake.
Rice
Not
lake?
happy yet, but it started.
Yeah, so just keep trying, and if you have any question, feel free to send me an email, and then I always respond my email. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's getting better.
Yeah,
Looks good.
yeah, it looks good.
That
And then you know what? Try
looks
to,
good.
I found out the black ink is very important. Try to use the VersaFine instead of
Yeah.
StazOn.
The stays on.
Yeah, if you want to use a StazOn, only because you are planning to use a glossy paper. Otherwise, if you use a regular cardstock, try to use a VersaFine because I think they are very good quality impact. They can give you a better image, like a stamp image.
Yeah, they make it maybe a little bit more with a gloss to it. You know, a
Yeah.
little. The stays on is so dead looking.
So Sharon and Frank, did you guys get any project done?
We both did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
wow.
Nice.
See, Frank, can you put your rice lake again? Can we take a look?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Is that close?
How neat is that?
Yeah, so Frank's rice lake have a more rainbow color.
It's a
Yeah.
sunset.
So sunset. Hey, Frank, do you have any suggestion for Joan? How she was struggling for coloring the rice lake? Any suggestion for her?
No, I like the way she was doing it. That's the daylight image that's on the packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah, so just give a try. See, he did the sunset. We can do like a more sunset finish, or more wintry, more blue finish. Yeah, so just give a try. You will get
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Okay, ladies, so thank you so much for joining me. This is
Thank you.
Thank you, awesome,
yeah,
Lisa.
first
Thanks,
Zoom
Lisa.
meeting, and I hope you guys have fun. Yeah, and then you know what? If
Yes.
you like, we should do more often. Like we should do it again. Just get together
Yeah.
crafting if
Yes.
you have a time. So if you like to, do
Yes,
these
thank
kind
you,
of-
Lisa.
Yeah, if you like to do the Zoom meeting again, send me an email and then I will put you on the list. And the next time, we just want to get together, do a little bit chatting and have fun. It's more interesting to have a company, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I hope you guys join me on the YouTube in June 13 at 2 o'clock for that butterfly kisses. I have a lot of great ideas for you guys.
And
Okay.
say hi to Nader.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's a long weekend in the state, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You have a 1 day off.
And enjoy your long weekend then.
Yeah. Mine is like a long weekend every day.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, but I have to go back to my diet tomorrow. So I'm going to enjoy my tea time right now.
Okay. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Lisa.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Keep in touch. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye guys. Bye.
Bye.